gentlemen, as you can see.
E aí, descobriu o erro? Home sweet home. Quem nunca ouviu essa expressão em inglês alguma vez na vida? Até porque vocês têm uma expressão idêntica que é lar, doce lar. Nesta frase, home é um substantivo, mas você sabia que em outras situações pode ser um adjetivo, um advérbio e até um verbo sem mudança na soletração. Neste vídeo, vou mostrar para vocês como isso acontece na prática. Bora para inglês? Sempre lembrando que se você quiser, o material complementar está disponível no link abaixo. Today, we're going to be looking at the word home and how this one word, without any change in spelling, can be all four of the major word classes. That's verb, noun, adjective, and adverb. Let's have a look then at examples of home functioning as these different word classes. Number one, home is a noun. So you probably already know the expression on my t-shirt, home sweet home. And we have another expression in English, which is there's no place like home. You might remember it from the film The Wizard of Oz. And this expression we use to say that there is no place better than our home. Another expression in English is a house is not a home. And this leads us to the question, what is the difference between a house and a home? A house is the physical structure, it's a type of building. So, for example, I don't live in a house, I live in an apartment. The word home has a much more emotional feeling. It's a place where you have memories of, it's where your family live or where your loved ones live. And your home can be the place where you live, it could be the country you're from, it can be the state you're from. Finally, another expression in English is home is where the heart is. And this illustrates even better the emotional connection, that many people feel that their home is where their loved ones are, where their family live, where they grew up. Home as a noun is also commonly used with the preposition at, and we use the preposition at to show where a verb happens. For example, I cook at home. Cook is the verb, and at home shows where the verb happens. Number two, home as an adjective. You've probably seen lots of examples of this. Home office, home address, hometown, home cooking, home computer. Home as a verb. Now, sometimes when you're studying English, you'll have to make a decision whether it's worth learning a word or not. In the case of home as a verb, it's not a particularly useful verb. It's very topic specific. We use it with missiles and we use it with birds. And we use it to say that a missile is moving towards its target. So we say the missiles home in on their targets. Finally, home is an adverb, and it's the adverb form that causes confusion for people learning English. Home can become an adverb when we use it with verbs that involve movement. Let's simplify it for you. The most obvious verb for movement is the verb go, and we attach the final destination with the preposition to. So you go to a place. Quick example, my girlfriend goes to work. At lunchtime, she goes to a restaurant. In the evening, she goes to the gym. And finally, she goes home after she's finished. So when we're using home as an adverb, we don't use a preposition because it's not an object. It functions just like adverbs here and there. You don't say, I went to here, you say, I went here. Or, I went there, not I went to there. Home is used to show the subject's home. So, I go home, I go to my home. If I go to somebody else's home, then home ceases to be an adverb and is then a noun. So I go to her home. Next, let's have a look at some verbs then which show movement. Let's give you a bigger example then to see the use of home as an adverb. Let's talk about a typical day as an English teacher in São Paulo. In the morning, I wake up, I go to the bakery, and then I come home again. After that, I get my bicycle and I cycle to my first class, and then I cycle home. At lunchtime, I catch a bus to my lunchtime class, and then I catch the bus home again. And in the evenings, I have classes out of São Paulo, so I drive to my class and then I drive home again. And if there's time, I run to the park and then I run home again. There are two other verbs, however, that can be used with home as an adverb. That's the verb to stay. So you can stay at home on the weekend or you can stay home on the weekend. You choose. And the verb to be. You are at home or you are home. Other verbs, however, will be using home as a noun and most likely with the preposition at. To give you something to think about at the very end, home is not the only word that functions both as a noun and an adverb. Let's take, for example, the word downtown and British English city centre. The word downtown can be used as an adverb. So you can go downtown, but we don't say you go to downtown. The city centre in British English, however, is not an adverb, and so we have to use to. I went to the city centre and not I went city centre. So, home is not the only word that functions as an adverb as well as a noun. Espero muito que esse vídeo tenha sido útil para vocês e sempre lembrando que se você quiser, o material complementar em PDF está disponível no link abaixo. Falou!